Hi, and welcome to the Smark Knight Review of Monday Night Raw, May the 8th, 2017. Yeah, tonight's Raw was your typical Raw. It again depends what you think when you hear a typical Raw. When I say typical Raw, for me, a typical Raw is 3 hours of when will this end? I mean, and it especially got hurt because it was pre-recorded, so you could tell that there was some editing going on to the crowd. I mean, it's an English crowd. They show up for the day after WrestleMania, and there's a reason why there's a day after WrestleMania. So you're telling me the one time a year that Raw goes over there, they're not going to be rowdy as hell? I mean, come on. But yeah, I guess we can get right into it. Uh, Today's Raw started with Dean Ambrose and The Miz as co-GMs for the night, which I'm not a fan of the dual GM, especially the heel face, like, oh, you do this thing, I do that thing. And it's exactly what happened because Finn got booked into a match with The Miz, and The Miz got Finn disqualified, but then Dean Ambrose comes out, it's like, oh no, oh no, 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 no. Restart the match. Which, if you think about it, The Miz is also the GM, so couldn't he just easily say, no, no, we're not restarting this match. I'm the GM too. Like, it's a stalemate and just like. Anyway, it just started, and lo and behold, Miz lost. But again, it's your typical Raw where nothing happens. We just have to fill 3 hours of time. Like, how can we make 3 hours of time feel like something's happening while nothing is happening? And the matters were only made worse. Pardon me, gotta get my mouse, and for some reason, it's all the way over there. And for some reason, they thought it was a good idea. I mean, if you haven't heard, breaking news, settle, if you haven't heard by now, you mean you haven't watched Raw, and for some reason you're watching me, you probably could watch some other people who I'm gonna know, but haven't heard. Braun Strowman got hurt. Like, he has a legit injury in his elbow. He'll be out two 2 months at the most, a month if he's lucky. We're lucky because, and if WWE's lucky because that's the one hot angle they had was Braun Strowman destroying Roman Reigns. And of course, Roman Reigns cannot look weak. He must destroy Braun Strowman. Which I'm gonna jump around a bit because it's Raw and it was a boring Raw. Nothing happened, so pardon me if I don't go detail by detail. If I do, I'll probably just fall asleep. But yeah, Braun Strowman's hurt, and of course, Roman Reigns, being the babyface that he is a babyface. Don't you say otherwise. He is a babyface. I mean, only a good guy would jump an injured man from behind and attack his injury. Only a good guy would do that. That's not a dastardly heel move. So yeah, that writes off Braun for now, which leaves a vacuum because that was the main event slot. Because the main event slot usually goes to the world title, and the world title is not there. It's somewhere in Canada with Brock Lesnar. So the whole sort of shakeup blew up in Raw's face because basically took everyone from SmackDown that was worth a damn, and they put them on Raw because no one can be better than Raw. And it's blew up in their face because now they have to rely on the SmackDown guys. And SmackDown, my God, SmackDown, I don't know how they do it. They made us care about gender. They made us care about gender, and they're holding that Nakamura carrot in front of us, and of course we're biting. Chomp at it, and I have extremely high hopes that Backlash is going to be better than Payback. So it's just sad that the main event was Bray Wyatt against Dean Ambrose. A match that wasn't good, and when that rivalry they had late 2015, it wasn't good then. It wasn't good now. It's like two dudes that don't have chemistry getting together. It's just bad. It's bad times. But anyway, let's see what happens. Extreme Rules is still a month away. I think exactly a month away. I think it's June 8th. So maybe Braun shows up and does something. I mean, he's a strong dude. I mean, even with one arm, he's a strong dude. So yeah, another match that happened in the women's division. Alexa Bliss has a new best friend, Nia Jax, which is looks pretty promising because they're best friends in real life, and hopefully some of that chemistry, shows off and has Nia break out of her shell because in the ring Nia isn't cutting it, and she needs something, and hopefully this team up with Alexa Bliss will do something. Alexa picks up the win over Mickie James. Interference is made Mickie James look weak, then still carry on the story with Bayley and Alexa. So maybe we'll have that some sort of stipulation match there. Divas, Divas. It's been 2 years now, and I still can't stop saying Divas. Sorry. So probably a women's lumberjack match, probably, which that should be swell. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what you guys think, but somehow Bayley got worse after going to the main roster. It's like, I don't know how that happens. Like, did Bayley have an accident that no one knows about? Like, was she walking in her first day into Raw and, like, there was, like, a low-hanging pipe and she just, like, smacked right into it, just having to lose some wrestling IQ points? I mean, oh. She is bad. And that's saying something because she's really good. I mean, anyone seen her NXT knows she's good. I even watched her matches at NXT. Only reason we had the Women's Revolution on the main roster, but the only reason the Women's Revolution actually took off because Bayley and Sasha tore the house down twice. At NXT Brooklyn, the first one, and then the following NXT TakeOver, which is respect in that Iron One match. I mean, so Bayley's not crap. She's great. So I don't know what happened. So yeah, I think in the story advances without really doing much of anything. It was a meaningless match. Moving on to next week. And of course, I mentioned Braun. Oh, Braun had a match with Kalisto, which didn't really happen because good guy Roman beat the crap out of injured Braun Strowman. Oh, that dastardly heel Braun. How dare you be injured and stand in the great Roman Empire's way? He had tag team turmoil after that. They had Cesaro and Sheamus look super strong. It was a heel tag team. They ran the gauntlet. They took out Enzo and Cass, which I guess is a personal thing. I know it's a personal thing. But also not a personal thing. Enzo is freaking annoying. If Enzo was here, I know he's played football. He could kick my ass, but I would take a swing at the guy. He is freaking annoying. He should be a heel. He should be managing a heel tag team. He's annoying. And what I'm getting at is promo tonight. He was dropping references that I don't think the English there and would understand what the hell he's talking about. He's talking about pants, Pampers, and like Corey Graves said, I think he talked about incontinence. It's like he's dropping references that some people wouldn't know, like, what are pants? We have trousers. Like, what are Pampers? Like, that's a brand name. Like, I highly doubt that brand crosses over. If it does, okay. It's weird. But yeah, Cesaro and Sheamus ran the gauntlet. They beat all the tag teams. Oh, the club. I want the club to succeed. I want to team up with AJ. I mean, when both drafts happen, the shake-up, and the draft. I wanted the club to end up with AJ or Balor, and oh my god, they're just treating him like crap. They were transitional champions for the Hardys. That's what they were, and it's sad because I know what Carl Anderson's capable of. Look up some of his G1 matches over there in New Japan. That guy's great. He doesn't deserve this. Carl Anderson, Luke Gallows, he's good. You should go back over there and reunite with the Bullet Club and show the Guerrillas of Destiny what real heavyweight tag team champions look like. I mean, that's being wasted. And of course, we had a whole lot of nothing. Push the story forward, and now we have setting up Cesaro, Sheamus versus the Hardys, Part 2. At Extreme Rules, more than likely. Ladder match? I mean, what other match could the Hardys and them have, you know? And, of course, after that, and Ross, it's a whole lot of nothing that filled 3 hours. We had, Rollins against Samoa Joe, which, again, advanced their story, but it didn't really do much of anything. The only highlight of the match was the exposed turnbuckle spot. So while we've seen exposed turnbuckle spot, or anyone care? Like the referee's like flat out telling them, don't do that. I mean, usually like when they did turnbuckle spots, you know, when they expose a turnbuckle, it's like that metal exposed turnbuckle. You usually know what it is. Like that big piece of metal exposed, and you like ram the guy's head in it, and then you pick up the dirty heel victory. But usually the referee just like, hey, don't take that off of there, and then you're distracted. The heel will hit like a low blow, and then finish, or the face would do something, try to get his babyface comeback, and then, oops, trips over and hits the post, then the finish. I've never seen this like actually put emphasis, which might lead to an exposed turnbuckle match. I haven't heard nothing. And I'm keeping my ear to the ground on that one, but maybe like what if they made such a big deal about this? But yeah, you know what? And besides that, the only takeaway was Seth Rollins actually let Samoa Joe do the Coquina clutch on him again, standing and then dropping back. Like, I would be skittish as all hell because it was a freak injury and it could happen again. So like, no. But I mean, it was done again. On the nothing. Move the story on. Moving on to the cruiserweights, which I thought we weren't gonna get a cruiserweight match. And of course, we had the babyface beatdown at their hometown. Jack Gallagher lost to TJP, which you gotta notice TJP is no longer TJ Perkins. He's just P, which goes to a long list of people that lost their last names or their first names. Antonio Cesaro, Alexander Rusev, Colin Cassidy, just Big Cass now. But yeah, Gallagher loses TJP, and again, a whole lot of nothing that just manages to push the story one more week. Aries makes a save after the match, saves Gallagher, and we move on again. Sasha beats Alexa Fox because Alicia Fox. Yeah, and that's how I still am from watching Raw. It's like I don't care. I really don't. Sasha beats Alicia Fox. Noam Dar. And then again, yeah, see, that's so quickly moving on because that's how quickly everyone else moved on from that match. After that, again, we had Dean and Bray. Bray goes over, The Miz jumps Dean from behind. End Raw. I mean, you see how fast I recap that? You didn't really miss anything, did you? If someone told you, if you missed Raw and someone told you, 14 minutes, I was able to summarize what happened on Raw today. 3 hours into 14 minutes. That's how much nothing happened on Raw. And I would have done it sooner, but I just want to go bit by bit. I mean, I want to tell you what a quick summary was. Braun Strowman's out. That's like the only notable thing that happened. And I'm just looking through, and apparently the injury is so legit that actually the people backstage are worried about Braun and his much rumored and talked about match with Brock Lesnar. I'm not saying it. At the July pay-per-view. At the July pay-per-view. We know what it is. I'm not saying it. Great. Why can't it be the Great American Bash? It's July. It has great in it. But no. But yeah, they're worried that they're actually considering someone else to go up against Brock Lesnar, which one will have to think, who is there for him? I mean, think about it. Everyone who's a babyface is locked up, has a dance partner. Dean has Bray. I mean, Dean has Miz. Finn has Bray. Seth has Samoa. I mean, there's no one else, right? Who could you think of at the top of your head that could face Brock Lesnar? And you want to think about face and heel. There's the top three heels, top three faces, and they want to save Roman Reigns for WrestleMania. So what are they gonna do? I mean, unless they do something stupid like, oh, even if they want to trade, who would they want to trade somebody? Who would they trade over to get AJ Styles to Raw? And why would you do that to AJ Styles? It's like they're in a no-win situation, so they better hope that Braun heals up, because if they are looking for candidates to fill that Braun slot, there's no one. There's no one. Unless they're gonna get destroyed. I mean, the Intercontinental Championship match between Dean and Miz, we all thought was gonna happen on Extreme Rules, it's happening next week, so I don't know if they're freeing up Dean to go against Lesnar, just in case. But you already saw that match, and it was crap. So, I don't know. It just goes back to the thing I always say when I'm talking with my friends about wrestling. It's like, does Vince McMahon hate money? Because he invested all this time and effort on Roman Reigns, and no one sees him as a face. I mean, the way he's booked him, because he can't say everyone else booked him. No, is booking him. We know Vince didn't book him since the Suffering Succotash incident on SmackDown all those years ago. We know Vince is like puppeteering that poor bastard, and he's done such a poor job at it. I mean, just look at his WrestleMania feud. He was a total dick. How are we supposed to get behind this guy who, I mean, just think about in real life terms. He is fighting an old man. He was fighting an old man. And think about just backstage terms and storytelling terms. Here's your hero, your conquering hero. How do you get your hero over? You destroy the mad villain, right? You don't put him against a much cherished character who has such history with everybody. Hey, let's have him beat the crap out of that guy. And this is the Undertaker from 5 years ago. Isn't the Undertaker from 2 years ago when the one against Bray Wyatt? This is an Undertaker that looks like an old man, moves around like an old man, and during the match was an old man. And we're gonna have him beat this legend. And not only will he beat him, he will use a steel chair multiple times. He will tenderize an old man. And they released the number, was it like a million people watched WrestleMania? He will beat the crap out of an old man with a steel chair in front of a million people watching around the world. That will get our top hero, our top babyface, over. And the next night, what does he do? If he was gonna cut that promo, sorry, I curse. I'm sorry. If he cut that promo, this is my yard now. He could just gotten out there. This is my yard now. Cut it the same stupid. I want to punch him, smarmy, cocky asshole. It's my yard now, and walk away. He could have just done it, cut his promo then. But no, what does Vince do? Go out there and take that abuse, your most watched Raw out of the whole year. Your first 10 to 15 minutes, have your hero go out there and just get booed and chanted against a fuck you Roman chant, booing him. It, they chanted fuck you Roman on national television. That's how bad it is. And Vince thought it's a fantastic idea. And then after that, have him cut that promo. Because he's our top face. Our top face should be an asshole or beating up an old man. And then the following week, he's like, oh man, he was standing in my way, I'm sorry, he's a legend. I was like, no, Vince, you can't do that. You can't have him be an asshole, beat up an old man, and just be like, oh yeah, man, I'm sorry, it's you standing in my way, much respect, yo. It's like, no, you can't do that, Vince. You can't. This is why Roman Reigns is ruined. And you spend so much time building up Roman Reigns, which it's my CM Punk's my guy. It's my CM Punk argument too. Like you spend so much time building up one guy that you could have built up other guys using that same guy. You don't have to just rocket ship one guy. You could attach one rocket ship to this guy and then attach other guys to that rocket ship too and just shoot them to the top. I mean, imagine this. Look, my argument with CM Punk should have been the main event of WrestleMania with The Rock and Cena. Like, The Rock's bringing in his audience, the outside audience, right? Cena's gonna bring his audience, and they were doing media tours. CM Punk, got into the match, he is gonna be the main event of WrestleMania. He's gonna do an exact same media tours as those guys, promoting the same goddamn event, the same main event, and even the casuals are gonna say, oh, who's the CM Punk guy? I'm gonna do some research on the CM Punk guy. He must be good if he's in the main event of WrestleMania with The Rock and Cena, if he's being mentioned in the same breath as those two guys. You just made CM Punk. You made him. He is a made man. But no, we must have our Rock and Cena moment, or twice in a lifetime moment. No, thank you, CM Punk. You go have a great match that will later tell you should have gone on last. It's like Vince hates money. He got like his one guy and his one toy alone should be on top of the mountain where he had a chance to, make Dean something, make Seth something. But you can argue Seth is something, but like Stone Cold said, who is Seth freaking Rollins? I mean, I don't know if it's creative or he just dropped the ball on himself. It's like I'm not invested in Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins is a great heel. He's not a good face. So right now we only have one face, and that's Roman Reigns. And no one treats him like a face. No one likes him. Again, it's bad when a big burly man beats the crap out of your hero, and the whole building is chanting "Thank you, Braun." That guy who's beating up your hero. In the history of time, history of storytelling, no one has wanted a hero to get murdered. Look at The Walking Dead. People bitch and moan when their favorite character, who is a hero because it revolves around a group of heroes, gets murdered. They bitch and moan and complain. Every TV show since the Twitter era, people have gone to the internet and complained that their favorite character got killed or they don't deserve that on that show, right? People rejoiced that a man dropped an ambulance. People rejoiced when the man was strapped to a gurney and was pushed off a damn ledge. That is not right, Vince. It's just Vince had any thought, like foresight, I don't know. There's so many great guys on the roster that, Miz, he could be something, and a backhanded promotion, you put him on Raw, but the only reason why he was white hot was because he wasn't talking smack. He was destroying guys on the mic, and he was having good matches with guys, too, on SmackDown. But now he's on Raw, and he's basically carrying Raw. And Miz should be carrying, like, should be carrying a main event spot with somebody for a title. We could say he's doing that now with Ambrose, but I mean, we've seen that. We saw that in January. It was okay. It got cut short. It's not. I mean, Raw's supposed to be the top show, but come on. Where is your heavyweight title? It's in Canada. Vince hates money because he can't see down the line. We must make reactionary moves. People like this guy. I torpedo him, just him alone, but he has two other dudes in the same group. No, that's this guy. Torpedo him to the top. No, that's not how torpedoes work. Rocket ship him to the top. Brock Lesnar, we need something quick. We need to take the title off Goldberg. We need a big name. Brock Lesnar. Yeah, what doesn't that mean we'll take the title with him? Shut up! Look what happens. Like, God damn it, shut up! It's my idea, God damn it! I'm Vince McMahon, God damn it! You know, but yeah, Great Balls of Fire. I said it, God damn it! Who knows what's gonna happen by July? Hopefully, Braun is a fast healer. I mean, he's an incredible man. Hopefully, he's a fast healer and he comes back for Extreme Rules, has his blow-off match with Owen Reigns, and moves on to Lesnar, which should be a great match. I think it should just if it's just two hosses going at each other, it's gonna be great. But yeah, next week I said Miz, Ambrose, Intercontinental title on the line. Let's see what happens there. We had no story progression with Finn and Wyatt, which for Bray, we know he's gonna lose that feud. There's no way that you're gonna have Finn Balor lose that feud against Bray Wyatt. I really don't much to say. What's going on in the world of wrestling? Batista did that podcast with Jericho, which he revealed that WWE doesn't want him back, even though Batista asked to come back, which again, Vince hates money. Vince McMahon hates money. Batista is in the biggest movie of the year. You can say Justice League is going to be the biggest movie of the year. But let's face it, DC has some ill will built up. Not so. People are excited about Guardians. Guardians got the good taste in everyone's mouths. So Guardians 2 is great. You should go see it. I know it's a wrestling channel, but it's a variety channel. I have a eclectic taste, so I'm gonna do a review of Guardians later. But yeah, it's a great movie. It's the number one movie. It's probably gonna be the number one movie for a couple weeks. And the main attraction, Batista steals the show in those movies. But Batista wants back? No thanks. No. He's gonna be in the biggest movie next year in Avengers. Do you want him back? No. Like, what the hell, Vince? You bring in irrelevant Goldberg, which he's just relevant to fans. I mean, you want to talk about big name stars. Batista is a big name star. Like, oh, Jax the Destroyer is gonna be going back to wrestling? Oh, I gotta see that. I mean, and apparently he won't pitch the idea of him against Triple H, which, I mean, Triple H knows how to work, Batista knows how to work, they're friends, they can be a little stiff with each other, I mean, no big deal. But no, Vince doesn't want that. Vince hates money. Vince McMahon likes big sweaty men, and he hates money. That's the other takeaway for the day, kids. Yeah, so, Batista, Braun legit hurts. Emma, poor Emma. She got hurt at a live event in Italy, I think. I didn't know last night. But yeah, poor Emma. I'm a huge fan of Emma. Ever since became bitch heel Emma, that's what I like to call her, because she's just a bitch. She's great. And it just sucks that when she was finally getting a run, she got hurt, left poor Dana alone, not to be exposed in the big spotlight with Charlotte, and she comes back, and she comes back as a Melina, and I hope to God that she torpedoed, she destroys that gimmick on purpose. because she needs to be bitch heel Emma, and she's back to being bitch heel Emma, but she got hurt again, and it sucks because Emma's so great in the ring. Again, once I talk about the women's revolution, it exploded into full bloom with Bailey and Sasha, but in its embryonic stage, it was Paige and Emma at the first NXT takeover. That was them. And it sucks that Emma is like screaming her. It sucks. So, I hope that it's not a major injury. I hope that she comes back. It's just a dislocation, strain. She'll be back soon. But it just sucks, as an Emma fan. It sucks. In fan professional wrestling, it sucks because she deserves better than she's gotten. So hopefully she does come back sooner than later. Emma, Braun, Batista, I think that's about it for the news. This, at least for Monday. There's this weird story that just came across that PWG is now bar wrestling. I have the PWG page, Facebook page changed to bar wrestling. It changed its name, which I have no idea what's going on there. I get see if I have an update tomorrow. I'm gonna do the review of SmackDown, see if there's something going on there. But it's just PWG is a good name. And no, it's Pro Wrestling Gorilla, but PWG, there's nothing wrong with it. To bar wrestling, we're gonna chat BW. I mean, that's about it for today. Oh, yeah, I forgot. Oh, two other things. Ember Moon, legit hurt. Another shoulder injury. Her shoulder, she's out for NXT TakeOver Chicago, which sucks, but it could be a blessing in disguise because it just prolongs her inevitable blow-off match with Asuka. I'm about to call her Kana. No, we're just back to Brooklyn 3. Ember against Asuka. I mean, in a perfect world, Asuka doesn't lose. Asuka gets stripped of the title just like Paige did. Like, you're too good. You're in the main roster. Go. Give us this title back. So, I won't be seeing Ember at TakeOver, which sucks, but, it's a blessing in disguise, at least for me. In my eyes, it's a blessing in disguise. I mean, we don't want anyone to get hurt, but it could be a blessing in disguise. Another thing, Nigel McGuinness and JR are going to be the announced team for the UK show on the network for the UK title, which should be really good. I mean, just hear good old JR back in the announcer's booth, calling some great European matches. So that's awesome. And to close out today's show, Kings of Leon. You heard the band? I know that band. They're okay. They're barely okay. Their bassist crapped on wrestling. He tweeted out, hey, adults, let's maybe not watch professional wrestling, And, of course, the IWC went apeshit, justly so, because, like, who the hell are you? And, screw off. I mean, Kings Leon haven't been relevant in a while. I mean, it's true. As a rock fan, someone who's in the rock scene, they barely qualify as rock. And, they haven't done anything. And well, if they have, that's how good their stuff is. That they're not mainstream. So yeah, I think that's about it. I keep saying that's about it, but then I can't remember something else. And international wrestling news. New Japan today, May the 8th. Posting it now, May 9th. They released additional tickets for their G1 special, and they sold out in 4 minutes. I was bummed because I want to get those tickets, and there were like 2 left, and it was like the 20th row. And I'll just stay home, watch it on New Japan World. $9.99, maybe less depending on the currency rate once you buy it. $9. Not bad for awesome wrestling. So yeah, that happened. Which I hope that this proves to New Japan that there is a market and they start touring more next year, because just 2 dates is not enough. I want to go to one of those dates. So yeah. Uh, that's about it, yeah. So thank you for joining me this Smark Knight on my first Raw wrestling review. Uh, Please, if you liked the video, subscribe, give it a like. Uh, Tomorrow I'll do the review of SmackDown as well, and the day after that, like I said, I'll do my review on the Guardians of the Galaxy Part 2, because I'm Smark Knight, obviously there's a geek reference there, the Dark Knight, Smark, Wrestling, Dark Knight, geek. You know, and then I'll review movies, but of course my main thing is wrestling. So I'll do SmackDown, Raw. I'm gonna do a live stream for Backlash. Stick around for that. Takeover, I'm gonna do that as well. And then I'll keep doing the reviews. Hopefully, I'll go directly right after Raw. Do a live stream right after Raw. But for now, it's just record it, put it out as fast as I can. So yeah, thank you for watching the first Raw wrestling review. Raw review wrestling. I gotta get a couple of names. I'm not good with names. I have a good name for the movie review. Night at the Movies. See what I did there? Night. Yeah. But I'll come up with something. I will. But yeah, thank you for watching my review of Raw today. Yeah, I gotta work on a sign out too. I did not think this through. This will not be edited. This has not been edited at all. I'm just free flowing. Whatever happens, happens. So yeah, thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, follow me on the Twitter, which I don't really use Twitter. Follow me on Instagram, AJ the 500. AJ, another 500. Thank you. Like, subscribe, follow the Instagram. Thank you, and Smark out.